XDefiant chief Mark Rubin has quit the industry entirely, claiming Ubisoft's doomed Call of Duty rival had very little marketing or the right resources to make content. Yeah, so recently XDefiant has been canned. I have a couple things I want to talk about this game. First things first is I played a lot of this game. I did have some issues, like, you know, the changes they made, like the cancellation of the hopping and stuff like that. And I also think that this game needed a BR. You know what I mean? Because I mean, think about Fortnite, Call of Duty. I mean, you know, some people can only play, you know, a 6v6 sandbox game, you know, for so long. You know what I mean? And what's very interesting too, you know, about the BR stuff is I just feel like the BR, there's like multiple, like you can have so many different interactions. You know, it's like having a BR, you can have multiple instances of things happening, like certain just moments and stuff like that, stuff that you can clip. But with 6v6, you know, you can have stuff happen, you know, but I feel like the rare stuff, like the fun stuff, it just doesn't happen as much as like a BR would, you know what I mean? Because BR, you can have multiple possibilities. In Fortnite too, I mean, who wants to play Fortnite 6? Imagine if Fortnite was just a sandbox 6v6. I don't think the game would be as popular as it is now. If Fortnite was a 6v6 sandbox only, the game would not be as popular. It wouldn't. You wouldn't have had the building, you know, the walls, you know, all that stuff, you know, tilted towers. I mean, I don't know, man. I think BRs is what the future is, or what gaming is now. I think BRs is the play, because 6v6 is just like, it's too stale. You know what I mean? It's too stale. It really is. It gets boring after a while, and you know, for me at least. You know what I mean? For me. But XDefiant, man, I played a lot of that game. I played a lot. I played so much, like I couldn't believe it. Like, and it felt like Call of Duty. It was a good game. And what's even funnier too is I feel like the game that XDefiant was, they turned that game into another game. There's another. I forgot what the name of the game is. What the name of it is. But it looks just like XDefiant. It's like they just got all the coding and all the, you know, all the, you know, whatever XDefiant was, they just put it, they made it into another game. It's so weird. I'll try to find the free-to-play game and screenshot it, but you know, yeah, very weird. It looked just like XDefiant. It was like a reskin or something like that. It's like they just changed the name and restructured how the game works or how the game plays, and yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. I think it plays like Valorant and like Counter-Strike and stuff like that. But you know, XDefiant, you know, I mean, I did see it happening. I've seen people comment. There's even people commenting down here. You know, some people are like level 400, by the way, to max out a weapon. He is talking about Ubisoft's fault. Like, some people blame him, some people don't. But I think he genuinely wanted to make the game good. I think that was his goal. Like, I mean, he was very confident, you know what I mean? He was very confident, was talking about it, but and he believed it too. And you know, I don't know if anyone knows who Blame Truth is, but Blame Truth, you know, he's been talking about XDefiant, and you know, that the game was good. You know, it had the leveling, it had the skins. This game, I had a battle pass for the first time out of any game besides multiverses. Like, multiverses and XDefiant, like, you know, a lot of these games I had to grind to get the battle pass, but in XDefiant, I got the battle pass in the first season. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, for free. Like, I got the battle pass for free. You know, not a lot of games do that. And the sucky part is I feel like a lot of games that do free, that give you money back for a battle pass, I don't know what the case is, and it seems to be the case for some games, I guess. I don't know. It might just be a theory, I guess. Honestly, it is a theory. But a lot of these games, like Multiverses, XDefiant, and I don't know any other games, but a lot of these games that give free coins to give you a free battle pass. A lot of these games don't do well. Like I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, and I do think they needed more marketing. They needed more marketing. The devs should have been able to be able to listen more. Like look at what's the Marvel Rivals, right? Like look at that. Like Marvel Rivals, like they update the game and like do like nerfs and buffs and stuff like that, but they said in an interview that their goal is to make the game fun. Like it doesn't matter about competitive, right? So why couldn't XDefiant be that way? You know, I think they wanted it to be that way. I don't know because you know being in a gaming company, I don't know. But and the one thing about Marvel Rivals too was Marvel Rivals made by a Chinese company or people? I don't know. I just find that interesting how they get the IP and stuff like that. There must be like some agreement or something, because the company that's making Marvel Rivals, they're not a American company. I'll make sure I Google that and screenshot it here. But they're not an American company, which is so interesting to me. Like why? Yeah, you know, like the XDefiant, I feel like it just it didn't get the love that it deserved, and I feel like it went by too fast. Like that game. That game got shelved faster than Knockout City and Roller Champions. Roller Champions is still up. I don't know how. Like that's a Ubisoft game, is it not? I mean, it might have been canceled. I don't know. I must have missed like an article, but the game is still downloadable. So is Kart Rider 2, which is also another canceled game, which just looks so much like Mario Kart, by the way. The new Mario Kart, if you've seen gameplay, like that's exactly what Kart Rider looked like. Like that's the same exact engine, everything. Like that's exactly what Kart Rider looked like, and it got disbanded because it's a free-to-play game, and the devs said they want to work more because the developers that made the Kart Rider game, they're from Korea. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they like chatted. They were like, "Yo, like take that game down, take that game down now." You know what I mean? But overall, the moral of the story is I really do think XDefiant needed a BR, though. I really do think the game needed a BR. It would have played just like Apex Legends. You know what I mean? It would have added more just moments. You know, you could add like a battle pass thing for all these places. You could have different UI. What do you call them? POIs, point of interest. I guess that's what you call yeah, point of interest, POIs. And you know, you could add so many different things from Ubisoft. You know what I mean? The only thing we've seen was Assassin's Creed, which they should have done. I don't know why they waited till season 3. That is crazy. They waited till season 3 to get Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? And I predicted that too. I made a video saying like Assassin's Creed because there was hints. There was hints, but apparently there were like bugs or something like that. But I think someone said, hey, we shouldn't do it. You know, like season 2, we got the grenade launcher, you know what I mean? Or was it season 1? I think it was season 1 or season 2. We got like a grenade launcher and also like a machine gun thing. It was like, bro, what are we doing? Create season 2. Because Assassin's Creed's coming out. What better is it to have Assassin's Creed when, you know, and you can also promote XDefiant in Assassin's Creed too. You know what I mean? Like you can promote and say, hey, like, you know, if you love FPSs or whatever, you can go check out XDefiant. They have skins for this game or something like easy promotion. You know, a nice little pop-up on the main screen before you even log into the actual video game and get into the world. It just pops up there. Go check out XDefiant. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I believe Mark Rubin. I think he tried, and I think he, you know, there just wasn't enough resources. You know what I mean? That does happen. That does happen. And I think Roller Champions needs to go away. I think it's a Ubisoft game too. It was a good game, but it just wasn't marketed. Again, going back to Mark Rubin stuff, I do agree with him. Like certain things, they're just not marketing it. There's no advertisements. I'm not getting ads. You know what I mean? I talked about XDefiant so much, I barely got ads. I think it's getting better now, like ads and stuff. I don't know. I did talk about XDefiant a lot. I barely saw ads, and I'm talking about it, right? Usually when you talk about something, you see ads. You know what I mean? And I just think BR would have saved XDefiant. I really do. I think it would have saved a lot of people. I think a lot more streamers would have played it. I think Dr. Disrespect would have played it. All these other people would have played it if done properly. You know what I mean? And you know, they had weapons, they had, you know, abilities. Like, it would have just played just like Apex Legends, but honestly better. You know what I mean? I feel like the game would have played better. They should have never nerfed out the jumping, the sliding. Well, they probably could have nerfed it for the 6v6 or the whatever, and they could have actually then just kept it in the BR, like the sliding cancels and all that stuff, because it would have made it faster pace. It would have made it more fun. You know, I just feel like there were so many, like, I'm missing out on things, by the way, because I stopped playing XDefiant after a while because I knew the game was going to fall through because people were being so negative. And you know, I just saw a side of this game where I was like, okay, something's gonna happen with this game, and that's why I stopped playing. And then little behold, we see an article, and you know, there's a lot of people that wanted it to stay. There's a lot of people that were like, yay, hooray, you know. But yeah, I mean, just think this, like I said earlier, just think about Fortnite. Like, would Fortnite really be a 6v6 thriller? You think? I mean, you just don't see it. You just don't see it without all the quirky, dorky, weird, silly stuff that they do. Like, you know, that you just couldn't. Like, every single thing that they're doing with Fortnite, you couldn't do it with the 6v6. You just couldn't. There's no open world. It's just a small sandbox generated map that's just this one little small spot, no open areas. You know what I mean? It's just boring. So that's why Fortnite succeeded. I watched Fortnite, by the way. I started my first journey playing Fortnite BR. That was my first ever BR. Never played like what was that? There was one. It was like Z or something like that. I forgot what it was called, man. It's on the tip of my tongue, bro. It's really on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it's right there. But regardless of that, man, long story short, XDefiant might have actually lived with a BR. And I do believe Mark Rupin. I do believe him, man. I think he genuinely wanted to make a really good game, and I feel like everything that he wanted did not happen. And that happens, man. You know, you have a vision, but you know, you're not the guy with all the money. I mean, you're just a dude that works for the company, and Ubisoft is telling you things, right? That's where I'm coming from, right? I might be wrong. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, he's just the guy that works for this company, and he's the guy that's supposed to get stuff done, right? But he's not the guy that's supposed to give the tools to him. He's hoping Ubisoft gives the tools to him. That's what I'm getting from it. But I feel bad, man. I feel bad because this game, it was fun. It was definitely fun. But like I said, I think a BR would have saved it. It was just like a Fortnite, you know, Apex. Like, have you ever played Apex Legends, the 3v3 thing, where it's Apex Legends 3v3, and it's called like Arena? That plays just like XDefiant. Just think about XDefiant being a BR, man. It would have saved the game. But man, I miss XDefiant, man. I love that game so much. And I did talk about this in one of my videos too. I was like, this game's gonna get canned. Like, we need to get advertisements. We need to get, abilities that we know, like Assassin's Creed. That's why I predicted it. And then this was around when Black Ops 6 was coming out, right? Like, Black Ops 6 is coming out, and we did not promote Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed and XDefiant because XDefiant decided, hey, we're gonna wait until Season 3 when the game is getting canned and then share a Assassin's Creed character. It was just too late. You know, it's too late. You know what I mean? It was just way too late. The game was already been known to be canceled, gonna be getting canceled, which it is now. It's now sunset hour. It is gone. The game is gone. So very sad. And man, a BR. I mean, comment down below. Do you think a BR would have saved the game? And let me know any of your thoughts down below too, as well. If there's any other things you want to share, things I missed. Obviously, you know, this is not the most edited video or anything like that. This is very raw, one and done. I one and done this, and I'm gonna edit a couple screenshots to show you some stuff that I was talking about. And regardless of that, man, XDefiant, man, a BR, bro. I'm telling you, a BR would have done it, man. A BR would have done it. I just feel like, you know, I mean, think about Warface too. Warface and, you know, all those other games like Rogue Company. Like what? Like you're telling me Rogue Company is better than XDefiant? Yeah, right, bro. You can't. That's just crazy to me. Think about that. Warface and Rogue Company are still up, but XDefiant is not. It's gone. You know what I mean? But I do think a BR would have saved it. I think it would have done better. I just don't. I don't know what Ubisoft was doing. I don't know, man. That's just crazy, man. Very sad. Anyways, though, let me know your thoughts down below. Anything that you want to share, I'd appreciate it. Rest in peace to XDefiant, man. It was a good run. It was a good run. I spent a lot of time on that game. One of the first games, one of the first free-to-play games where I actually had a battle pass for free and utilized that to get battle passes every season, which never happened because it never kept. The game wasn't there forever, and stuff like that. And also, I had gold guns too as well. Yeah, so. And it's crazy that Halo Infinite's still around, right? That game had a good start, but then kind of fell off too as well. But that game's more popular, so obviously, you know, they're gonna make sure that thing stays around, right? So they'll do anything to keep that around. But man, that XDefiant, ooh, they didn't want to keep that in, unfortunately. So, anyways, though, have a great day. Make sure you like the video and take care. Stay safe. Stay safe. A1. It's your boy A1. A1 out. Goodbye.